Hello. I've been meaning to record. I told myself I'm gonna post every week, and here I am. I checked when I last posted, and it was like a month ago. So that means I've missed 4 weeks in a row, and that means something is going wrong. Something is going wrong. I am not doing what I'm meant to do. Why am I not doing it? I thought, and I feel like the biggest thing I'm trying to, well, the biggest thing is there's just too much friction to be posting. Like I think, oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do this. Well, one of my ideas was to react to a competition I'd done in jiu-jitsu, which is just too much friction to be doing apparently. Clearly, as we see, I haven't posted in 4 weeks, and that was like a month ago. So I thought, let me just come on here and do a little one take, just like I did back in the day on my first video, and what was I saying? And something like I've been doing on my Instagram, if you guys follow me on Instagram. Yeah, maybe I'll put this on my Substack so people can see, and like I'll hopefully have more consistency on this. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on and talk about what I've been doing. So probably wondering what's in my hand. I bought these glasses. So basically what they do is I've been playing around with them. They basically block blue light. This one blocks blue light 100%. This one like 80-70%, and then this one is just for like daylight. It's very minimal, and it just stops you from the minimal one just stops you from like hurting your eyes when you're watching using your phone. Basically, I thought I was listening to some podcast, and they were talking about how like we always evolved to be outside in nature. Like right now, like as much as nature it can be. I'm just in my garden. There's a brick building right there and one right there, and I'm sure there's a lot of pollution in the air right now. But I was just thinking, and I saw, and in the podcast they were talking about how we interact with light and how LEDs inside our house are different to how we would be reacting to natural sunlight on our skin. And you know, like normally I would say like, oh, I know sunlight is good for you, and you spend like 20-30 minutes. I normally would spend 20-30 minutes in the sun or whatever. But then it made me start thinking, and they were suggesting to get as much sunlight as possible. And you know, like today's society, we think like, oh, you can't be in the sun without putting like sunscreen on, and like protecting yourself from like bad UV radiation and stuff. But then the way they were talking about it, and like it makes sense in evolution again, that we never wore anything to go out in the sun, and we evolved while living outdoors. So like logically speaking and historically speaking, like we are made to be in the sun, especially like for hours, definitely for hours. So I'm thinking like I'm definitely not on that level, so let me just spend some more time in the sun. And then that made me thinking like how I interact with blue light when I go inside, and hence this. So that way, like when I'm about to go to sleep and I have blue light hitting my eyes, my brain doesn't think I'm awake. Which again, there's so many studies to show like how blue light disrupts melatonin production right before you sleep. And you might sleep, you might be thinking, oh, I normally sleep like 8 hours, fine. Like, but the thing is, a sleep deprived person doesn't know they're sleep deprived. I put a quote from Matthew Walker. If I find it, I read it like a couple years ago. But I was just thinking about that, and like how you can't, like having 8 hours of sleep quantity wise doesn't mean you have like the best quality of sleep. So I was like, why not? Let me do this. Let me hop on my recovery, because I pretty much like train quite a lot. So why not? Like I pretty much like my full-time job is pretty much like engineering myself as an athlete, if you will. But obviously not much of an athlete, more of an injury-prone guy. But yeah, I was just like, this should be a good addition. I've been spending a lot of time in the sun recently, like at least like an hour a day minimum. It's been pretty good, and even this, when it's cloudy, apparently it's still good. Like it's still got the wavelengths of light that we normally receive evolutionary wise, but inside that we don't. Like this lady, maybe I'll link her thing on in the description. She talked about how LED has like the blue light from LED is very constant. Like the wavelength is just one wavelength, whereas the wavelengths we get outside are very like varying. So 1 second is one, 1 second is the other, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me buy these. I'm trying them out. It has helped a little bit. In fact, actually, I was late to my new job. I had a new job and I was late to my new job because I just slept so deep that my alarm didn't wake me up like twice in 5 days time, 5 days space. I was like, what the hell's going on? Maybe it's this. I had 7 hours sleep and my alarm went off, but I still didn't wake up. And then I woke up in the 8th hour and I was like, bruh, how is this possible? Even today, it was actually today, I woke up and I was like, I literally looked at my clock and it was like 5 a.m. 5:11, and I was supposed to be at work at 5. And I was like, bruh, how is this possible? And I just like laid back and like stared at the ceiling. I was like, how is this possible? I was just so baffled. Anyway, more on that later. But last thing before I go, in the meantime, I've been trying to like unblock my nose, and because my nose is pretty much blocked all the time. And when I read this book originally, like a year ago, he talked about how we breathe twice the volume that we normally should be breathing, and that's actually detrimental to our health, and how most of our noses are like filled with mucus, and we always mouth breathe, and it's terrible. I'll link to that in the description. So I bought this book. One of my friends recommended it. I'm trying to actually improve what they call a bolt score. My bolt score is like 14 right now. But yeah, super interesting. That should actually help my performance as well. Should help me stop me being gassed. But yeah, we mouth breathe all the time. That's like a huge thing that's slept on. Like I mouth breathe all the time. You probably see me in this video. Like I'll just speak and then I'll talk. Whereas ideally you should go talk, and then speak. Do you know what I mean? Probably don't know what I mean, but yeah. Other than that, I don't want to get too detailed. I just want to keep it short, less friction. Just get back to uploading once a week. But yeah, I always waffle on Instagram. I don't know why I don't do it on here. I guess it's a bigger platform and more friction. But I could just vlog my stuff, but I don't think anyone wants to see that. I don't know. I've been thinking of getting a drone, getting some cool shots. If I go traveling, I'll definitely take you guys with me, and I'll take a drone. That'd be super cool. But anyway, thanks for watching. I should be posting the jiu-jitsu video soon, and then yeah, I'll just keep it frictionless. I won't plan it too much. Just see whatever comes. Whenever I turn the camera on, something comes up. So I didn't even plan this. Like it just came up. Yeah.